Thanks for joining my channel. This is lesson number 3 of the basic series of Learn Google Sheets with Jason. So today we're going to look at, or in this lesson, we're going to look at using some percentages, and we're going to multiply some things out, and we're going to build off the spreadsheet that we started in lesson 2. So the first thing I want to do is I want to actually apply some taxes here. We've got a sales price, but we should have some taxes. Actually, before we even do that, why don't we calculate the profit margin for each item as a percent of the sales price? In other words, you're selling it for $6, you're making $2.55. Well, how much is that as a percentage? So let's call this profit. Oops, my cap locks are on. Profit margin. And then we're going to put in brackets the percent sign. Just like that. So we're going to go calculate the percent. It's rather easy. We go the profit margin, and we're going to divide it by the sales price. Oh, well, that's kind of ugly. It's 0.425. Well, that doesn't work for us. Look at this. It's a mess. Well, good thing we've got this up here, and we can go percent. So let's do percent, and let's only do one decimal place. So I want you to see what happens is 33.08, especially this one. And, well, this one below it too, but keep your eye on the 33.08 when we do this, because we're going to change all these to percent, and then we're going to knock off one decimal place. So we knocked off one decimal place. It rounded. It didn't just cut it off. It actually rounded it to the nearest tenth of a percent. Did this on both of these, 33.1 and the 56.7. Once again, we're going to center these. Profit margin percent, good. So that looks good? No. We want to apply some tax. Let's say there's some sales tax in your area. And we're going to call that a percent again. So the sales tax, let's say it's really, really complicated wherever you live, or wherever you're doing business anyway. And let's say it's 8% for nails and screws, but when you buy hammers and wrenches, it's 5%. Or, even better, so we know that's out of 100. We come up here again. We turn that to a percent. That looks good. We want to knock off the zeros. In fact, we can knock off 2 zeros. I don't know many places that do sales taxes, and many places in the world that do sales taxes in 7.5 or 5.2 or anything like that. So let's do the sales tax in percent, and let's calculate the sales tax in dollars for each of these items. So that's easy again. We go equals the sales price times the sales tax price. So we're multiplying that out, and it knows, Google Sheets knows to put it in currency. Why? Because this is in currency, and this is a percent. It would be foolish to put this in percent, but it makes perfect sense to put it in currency. So it's smart enough to realize that. In fact, Google Sheets is pretty smart anyway, as you've been seeing. It wants to autofill. It wants to suggest various formulas based on what is in the actual spreadsheet. So there we've got the sales tax percent. So one thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. I'm going to make this heading bold, and I'm going to fill it in. Now, to fill in, you just come up here to this fill bucket, and it basically will fill in all the cells that you have selected. So let's make it a nice little green color. very, very light pale green. Excellent. Perfect. So that's using the percentages. And we're applying sales tax. We're calculating a percent in one. We're adding a percent in the other. So we're dividing to get one. We're multiplying to get one. And there it is in dollars. So thank you again for joining me on this, and hope you watch the next lesson. Hope you're getting a lot of value out of this. Thank you so much.